Watched Black Sabbath and Ozzy soundcheck on Thursday, which was fucking insane.
Check out Lars Ulrich talking about right after the final Black Sabbath Ozzy show. Let's go.
I can't fucking help myself. It's 2 o'clock in the morning one more time. And here we are at Villa Park, Aston Villa, just outside of Birmingham. And it's the remnants of the Back to the Beginning show, the final Black Sabbath gig. And we were fortunate enough to be invited to play. So we're very, very grateful for that. And I'm sitting here and just watching this particular loadout. I know, my favorite thing in the world is to watch loadouts. But there's a sense of completion and a sense of a good day coming to an end. This was just absolutely fucking incredible for the last couple of days to be here. We had rehearsals and sound checks on Wednesday and Thursday, I believe. We sound checked on Thursday, watched Black Sabbath and Ozzy soundcheck on Thursday, which was fucking insane.
Time out. How incredible is that? Lars and Metallica got to see Black Sabbath perform twice, man. Let's continue.
Black Sabbath and Ozzy soundcheck on Thursday, which was fucking insane. And then, as some of you may know, I was in Cardiff last night watching Oasis. And then today, which also was otherworldly and I think the appropriate word is biblical. And then today, back here in Birmingham, Aston Villa, and having this crazy cool day with, celebrating Black Sabbath's legacy, celebrating Ozzy's legacy, and all these cool bands and friends of ours. This really was like high school reunion or, rock and roll camp or whatever you say. Our friends in Guns N' Roses were here, our friends in Pantera, our friends in Tool, our friends in Slayer, our friends in Anthrax, our friends in Gojira, and Lamb of God, and Alice in Chains, and Mastodon, and Rival Sons, and I'm sure I've left out a couple, certainly not on purpose. But it's been the coolest fucking day, the most inspiring day, the most emotional day. And thank you to Bill and Geezer and Tony and Ozzy and to Sharon for having us. And thank you to Jake Berry sitting down there, production manager for this event, who also was Metallica's production manager on the And Justice for All and Black Album tour. And thank you to all these wonderful crews who are dismantling this whole thing. And you know what I say at the end of this? It's time for me to get the fuck back to the hotel, get some chill time. We're off for the next little while, and then we'll see you guys in Australia, New Zealand, and in Abu Dhabi and Bahrain. For the rest of the year, and one or two other things that may pop up. So keep watching the space, as they say. But thank you for joining. Thank you for watching on the stream. Thank you for being a part of this in any way, shape, or form. And my ass is fucking done. Much love to y'all, and over and the fuck out. There you go.
Metallica is so grateful to be invited here to see all your beautiful faces and celebrate the band Black Sabbath. Because without Sabbath, there would be no Metallica. And thank you, boys, for giving us a purpose in life. Thank you, Black Sabbath.
How cool was that, man? I really enjoyed hearing Lars talking about it. He loves watching when they're taking down the stages. He does a lot of these recordings when he's done with his shows during this Metallica tour that they're on a quick break, but they're going to be back overseas really soon. But did you watch the Ozzy Osbourne Black Sabbath last show? What was your favorite moments? We want to know. The people want to know. So leave it in the comments.
Hey everybody, this is Charlie from Anthrax, and today I'm hanging out with the one and only DJ Delz.
And you went on tour with Ozzy. That was around State of Euphoria, correct? Was that around that time?
Yeah, that was around 88, around that time, 88, 89. And that was our first real like arena tour. And that was exciting, man. You know?
What's it like touring with someone like Ozzy Osbourne?
You know, Ozzy to me is like an idol. He's a hero of mine because growing up with Black Sabbath, and then Ozzy leaving Black Sabbath to do his solo thing. Those first two Ozzy albums, man, can't touch those albums. They're just a part of heavy metal history. So being on tour with him and watching him, and then there was this one day we had a day off in Buffalo, New York, and I was walking down from the hotel going into the restaurant, and Ozzy was coming out of the restaurant, and we were in Buffalo, and he stops me and he's like, "Man, have you tried the wings?" And I just looked at him and I was just like, oh my God, Ozzy's asking me if I tried the wings in Buffalo, New York,
New York, Buffalo wings.
And it was just like a surreal moment, and I never forgot that. Just he stops me and he's like, "Man, have you tried the wings?"
Did you try the wings or not?
Of course I did. Yeah.
Of course I did.
Ozzy told me to.
Yeah, I mean, how could you not, right?
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, it's a trip, man. It's a trip to see people like in person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like your brain just goes through this whole thing like, oh, wow, he's standing right in front of me in the flesh, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's a trip.
Oh man. Crazy. Woo. Here we go. Oh, he's going off. The drum off was incredible. Definitely one of my favorite moments. Check out my reaction. It should be somewhere on the pop-ups right now. Peace and love. Yeah.